blending art and technology. To immerse our senses. I am a healer, helping us take the next step and see what's possible.
Can you really sing?
Yes.
I am a pioneer, finding life-saving answers. And pushing the edge to the outer limits. I am a guardian, defending our oceans. And the magnificent creatures that call them home. I am a protector, helping the earth breathe easier. And watching over it for generations to come. I am a storyteller, giving emotion to words and bringing them to life. I am even the composer of the music. I am AI, brought to life by NVIDIA, deep learning, and brilliant minds everywhere.
Hi everyone, I'm Kallot and I'm the head of emerging areas at NVIDIA. And today I'm here to talk about how NVIDIA is helping fuel the African AI revolution. And you know, opening this show for me today has a personal meaning. On one side as an AI practitioner and on the other side as an African woman. I'm extremely humbled and honored to kick us off for the largest edition of the AI Expo Africa yet to be seen. So let's get started. And we are going to start where NVIDIA started, computer graphics. Computer graphics is the driving force of our technology. Hundreds of millions of gamers and creators each year seek out the best NVIDIA has to offer. At its core, computer graphics is about simulation, using mathematics, computer science to simulate the interaction of light and material, the physics of objects, particles and waves, and now simulating intelligence and animation. The science, engineering, and artistry that we dedicate in pursuit of achieving Mother Nature's physics has led to incredible advances and allowed our technology to contribute to advancing the basic sciences, the arts, and the industry. Last month at SIGGRAPH, we announced RTX A2000. This will expand RTX power to millions of designers and engineers. The innovative design of the A2000 brings several industry firsts to a wide range of professional graphic solutions, including a compact, low-profile, power-efficient design that can fit into a wide range of workstations, including the rapidly growing segment of small form factor workstations. And it does this while delivering up to 5 times the application performance of the previous generation. The A2000 is powered by NVIDIA GPU Ampere architecture. This brings the power of RTX accelerated ray tracing AI and compute to this segment for the very first time. This will enable millions of engineers and designers to incorporate rendering and simulation right into their existing workflow. NVIDIA not only creates chips, we create chips, systems, libraries, and application framework for end-to-end machine learning. Technologies like Tensor Core GPUs, CUDA, cuDNN, Rapids, GPU Direct, Doka, and so much more are offered as a platform software. We call it the platform NVIDIA AI. NVIDIA AI libraries accelerate every step from data processing to fleet orchestration. NVIDIA AI is integrated into all of the industry popular tools and workflows. NVIDIA AI is in every cloud, used by the world's largest companies and by over 8,000 startups around the world, including in Africa. And NVIDIA AI runs on any system that includes an NVIDIA GPUs, from PCs to laptops to workstations to supercomputers in any cloud to our $99 Jetson robot computer. NVIDIA also offers GPU-accelerated AI application frameworks that include pre-trained and optimized models, transfer learning toolkit, and runtime engines for some of the world's most challenging AI applications, like robotics, drug discovery, conversational AI, recommender systems, satellite imagery. But you'll ask me, or you tell me, that's great, but what are some of the real-world applications that have been built on NVIDIA AI? Well, for example, with deployed solutions in over 20 countries, NVIDIA Inception partner iRobotics, a South African startup, is using aerial imagery and analytics to help farmers protect their crops and maximize their yields. They are using NVIDIA V100 GPUs for training neural network and using NVIDIA Jetson and Jetpack SDK for edge inference today. Another Inception program member is using NVIDIA AI to identify illegal fishing and environmental threats. This tested technology powered by NVIDIA V100s for training and NVIDIA Jetson Edge for inference is currently in use in Seychelles. Atlant Space, our partner, is helping save millions of government dollars in disaster relief and fighting poaching, illegal poaching. And these are just two examples. There are hundreds of use cases from the African continent and African developers using our hardware and software to solve the challenges around them with AI. From protecting rivers in Kenya, to enabling contactless COVID patients monitoring in Senegal, to helping fight beehive robbers in Kenya. But not only. Neil Stephenson described in the 1990s novel Snow Crash the metaverse, where the metaverse is a collection of shared 3D spaces and virtually extended physical spaces, basically an extension of the internet. Today, we have massive but disconnected twin worlds, from content creation to gaming, to virtual trainings environment for AI, and factories. We built NVIDIA OMNIVERSE to create these worlds. More content and economics will one day be virtual rather than physical. We will exist in both the physical and the virtual worlds. NVIDIA OMNIVERSE is connecting the open metaverse. Omniverse is a platform that connects existing workflows using familiar software applications into a world where they can share the latest technologies from NVIDIA, like AI, physics, and rendering. On the left, collaborators here are working on different software tools, each composing their part of the scene, whether it's modeling props, building the environment, texturing, painting, lighting, or adding animations and effects. They're connected into Omniverse via the Omniverse connector, which brings them into the platform live. Now, in the center, we see the core of Omniverse, Omniverse Nucleus, the database and collaboration engine that enables the interchange of 3D assets and scene descriptions. Below is the foundational technology, Omniverse is a platform built from the ground up to be physically based, integrated with core NVIDIA technology to simulate materials, physics, AI, and real-time ray and path tracing. So since built in Omniverse, obey the laws of physics and are true to reality. Finally, on the right, users can portal in and out of Omniverse with workstations or laptops, allowing them to teleport into the environment with VR, or they can mix with AR and anyone can view the scene on Omniverse by streaming RTX to their device. Omniverse is based on USD, Universal Scene Description. It is enabling technology that has this platform is the enabling technology that has this platform come alive. You can think of USD as the HTML of 3D. It was originally developed by Pixar as a way to unify their production pipelines and assets across different software and tools and their massive production teams. Even though it started in media and entertainment, it's quickly being adopted in other industries like architecture, design, manufacturing, and also robotics. What makes USD unique is not just a file format. It's a full scene description allowing the complexities in a 3D world to be unified and standardized. We based Omniverse on USD and other companies to support Omniverse. And like the journey from HTML 1.0 to HTML 5.0, USD will continue to evolve from its nascent state today to a more complete definition of the virtual worlds as the community come together to ensure a rich and complete standard. We've seen Omniverse being adopted by thousands of ISVs and developers coming from different industries, but also from different parts of the world. Such as Alma, a leading motion graphics and animation studio based in Ethiopia, who has used Omniverse to create a 3D rendering of Abebe Bikila during his Rome Olympic Marathon in 1960. Abebe was an Ethiopian athlete, is an Ethiopian athlete who famously ran the 1960 Rome Marathon barefoot, as his running shoes at the time didn't fit. Abebe eventually triumphed by winning and becoming the first African Olympic gold medalist, breaking the world record in the process. Most of the art produced to date about Abebe Bikila has been realistic in style. So Alma wanted to do something different that was more cartoon, stylized. The usual process for creating stylized characters is to first design them by hand. But this time they decided they wanted to experiment using an AI-generated caricature of Abebe. Using the AI-generated design, they created a 3D version of it in Blender. Texturing the character was done manually by hand before they took it to Omniverse Create for rendering. In the same spirit of stylized depiction of Abebe, they decided to make the artistic choice of creating a stylized version of the city icons of Rome. They created a stylized version of the Colosseum and the actual finish line of the marathon, which was the Arc of Constantine. 3D modeling and texturing was done in Blender, and they also use a bit of Substance Painter. The overall workflow was PBR, which meant that they took the assets and imported their assets in Omniverse Create, and it looked absolutely consistent. They imported their assets in Omniverse Create with USD, also importing their camera lights and made a couple of tweaks in Universe Create. They used the whiteout preview feature, which was very handy to visualize lighting without the textures getting in the way. They saw the difference between real-time and path trace views in Omniverse Create, and they were really close to each other in terms of output. Omniverse Create really stood out for them and aligned well with the work they did as an animation studio. In particular, the real-time rendering and USD-centric workflow are areas where they saw powerful for a relatively small team. With regards to real-time rendering, they mentioned to us that perhaps this was the best implementation of real-time denoising for path trace rendering with RTX. Here, we see a comparison of their early test and pre-visualization versus the final output. In their pre-visualization, everything was in draft stage, but working in real time meant they could experiment with various looks really fast. This was critical as they had to balance the accuracy of the 1960 night marathon in Rome with the aesthetics of the artwork. They based the look and feel on an old archive footage from the 60s, but it required trying different options before settling on a finished design. The design was released publicly on Abebe Bikila's 89th birthday on August 7th, 2021. Which is coincidentally the same weekend as this year's Tokyo Olympic Marathon. Omniverse Create was also really easy to pick up for them. It only took their team about a week and a half to get up to speed. The fact that Omniverse Create works with USDs and MDLs meant that using it into their existing pipeline was very seamless. Now that I told you about how ARMA used Omniverse Create for their design, think about the endless possibilities that you can do, whether you're a game developer, whether you're an animation studio, or simply a hobbyist. Exciting, right? And to support you in your development, we have a wide array of programs, no matter your profile, such as the Inception Startup Program. NVIDIA Inception Startup Program has attracted to date over 8,000 startups and is still growing. Early stage and seed stage startups continue to benefit from the access to technology expertise and go-to-market support. With a presence in 90 countries, we have numerous startups coming from Africa. The use cases that I described earlier in this keynote are African inception startups. One of our premier startup, InstaDip, is actually exhibiting and talking at this year's Africa AI Expo. We have a new program which connects the venture capital ecosystem with the over 8,000 startups that we have in Inception. Inception Capital Connect is an initiative to connect any Inception member looking to raise capital with our VC Alliance community. If you are a VC, I would encourage you to check out the NVIDIA VC Alliance. And if you are a startup, I would encourage you to join Inception. It's free and easy to join, so don't hesitate. Another program to support you in your development is the NVIDIA Deep Learning Institute. The NVIDIA Deep Learning Institute offers hands-on, self-paced, and instructor-led workshops on data science, robotics, and accelerated computing. But because of the rising demand in animation and gaming, DLI today is expanding its curriculum to include the training course, Getting Started with USD for collaborative 3D workflows. A new teaching kit for 3D graphics and Omniverse will be rolled out really soon. These in-depth workshops or self-paced courses are taught by experts in their respective field, and they also provide certification opportunities. For more information, make sure to check nvidia.com/DLI. But we also understand that the AI innovation in Africa is being driven a bit differently than in the rest of the world. It's a bottom-up innovation. It comes from grassroots communities. It comes from startups. And to support those grassroots communities, such as Zindi, Data Science Nigeria, Data Science Africa, the AI Center of Excellence in Kenya, we launched earlier this year the NVIDIA Emerging Chapters program. This program is dedicated to empower developer communities with the latest technology, knowledge, and skills. We started with AI and data science, and we are now expanding to gaming and animation communities as well. ARMA, who used Omniverse as a studio, as an animation studio, is also an animation community, and they are part of the Emerging Chapters program. The Emerging Chapters program will give you the skills, the knowledge, and the hands-on opportunities to get started with NVIDIA technologies. We also give you access to DLI workshops and trainings and other upskilling opportunities. If you are interested in the NVIDIA Emerging Chapters program as a community, make sure to check out our website and join us. If you're a developer looking to join a community close to you, make sure you come to us and we will introduce you to one of the plus 30 developer communities in our ecosystem. NVIDIA is a computing platform with over 1 billion CUDA GPUs in the marketplace and over 250 exaflops in the cloud. We also have over 2,000 GPU accelerated application and over 27 million downloads of CUDA. There are 150 SDKs, over 8,000 startups company into our Inception program, and over 2.5 million active developers. And this computing platform, which brings together graphics and AI, along with our software and hardware partners and our pioneers and researchers, we are bringing to you the reality of the metaverse to fuel your local AI revolution. Our platform and tools and our programs are what allows us to fuel the African AI revolution. We are working with the Kenyan Education Network Trust, Makerere University, and other research and technology focus groups across Africa to enable and nurture cutting-edge technologies and innovation fueling from the continent. Our GPUs are also used by top researchers at Stellenbosch University, University of Cape Town, and more. There are many programs offered by NVIDIA, such as the Research Accelerator Program, to accelerate your research applications. We provide actually research grants as part of this program. Or again, AI Nations, which is our public sector oriented program to help local government and public sector actors accelerate their adoption of AI. The applications I mentioned in my keynote are all coming from African developers, and we are really committed to provide to you the technologies, the tools, and the programs to help you solve some of the world's most pressing challenges and in turn help you fuel the African AI revolution. If you want to get started, make sure to join our developer program. We are looking to connect you to millions of other developers in our ecosystem. We will have a major presence at the AI Expo this week. My colleague Wei Xiao will give a technical session on Jetson AI, Intelligence Beyond the Cloud. My colleague Alison Lowndes will dive onto harnessing the virtual realm for successful AI and cover Omniverse a little bit more deeply. On top of that, make sure you visit our virtual booth. You'll find resources on all technologies, tools, and programs I have mentioned today. You'll also get the opportunity to meet with some of our experts, network with Inception startups, and get connected to local communities as part of our Emerging Chapters program. Make sure you join us at the GTC. Also, make sure you join us at the GPU Technology Conference and reach out to us on LinkedIn or Twitter. I hope to have inspired you on ways to help fuel your own applications and help advancing the African AI revolution. Have a great show this week, and thank you again for listening to us.